Hi, everybody. Hello again. I'm just back from holiday. I know I've been like, my hair seems to be the same as my other video, but I just put my hair in the same style. But yeah, I've been away on holiday. I don't look much browner because I didn't go in the sun much, because I went to the Seychelles and it just is really hot there in the day. Even though the temperature maximum was 29 degrees, which is pretty good, it wasn't too like hot or overpowering, but basically because it's like hot and I like sleeping. We don't really leave the house till about 4 every day, so that's when the sun's like not as hot, so you don't tend to get like a real bad suntan. Because I tan really easily, and I went there for like 5 weeks. So if I'd been in the sun every day for 5 weeks, I would have got like really really brown, like so dark brown you wouldn't even recognize me. But I just don't go in the sun because it's not good for you. But I was intending to go and get like a couple of days maximum sun and get some nice tan, but we didn't manage to make it to the beach that day, and it was like towards the end of the holiday. I hadn't packed or anything, so I still had to pack to come back. But anyway, this is just to let you know. God, this is my daughter. I'm gonna be doing some more vlogs about all my stuff that I used on holiday, the stuff that was really good, like Avon stuff and everything. Yeah, my daughter's banned from using my computer at the moment. But yeah, there was some essential stuff that, because I used it a lot on holiday, sometimes you can use a product once, you're not sure how good it is, but if you're using it regularly over a long period of time, you get to sort of realize how good that product is. So there was like some hair stuff and some moisturizing oil and bits and pieces and spray that I used essentially on holiday, and it was really good. I have to say that the Miami Party body spray by Avon, which is like a citrus kind of flavor, is really good, not just as a day and evening like spray. If you just want to feel it's not too heavy, and it also has like a tropical feel to it because it's got citrus elements. For some reason I didn't get bitten by mosquitoes at all, and usually you get bitten by mosquitoes in Seychelles. I know it's a bit of a dry season and they didn't have much rain, so mosquitoes aren't as prominent as normal, but using this spray, I kind of would spray it a little bit on my legs, just all over me. Because it's got citrus elements and elements, I think of citronella. Citronella and anything citrus, mosquitoes do not like. So, this worked as a body spray, as well as a mosquito repellent. And there are other things by Avon that also act as a mosquito repellent. The dry oil body spray, which is an oil, but for some reason there's slight scent in it that seems to repel mosquitoes. It's not advertised as a mosquito repellent in the Avon catalog, but it is, so that's useful to know if you're going on holiday. But I loved my holiday. I'll probably do a video montage of all my different sunsets and a few pictures of me hanging out with my daughter um, and my mom. We saw some of my family, but not a lot of them. So they went away for a bit. So I did catch up with people, but it's really difficult to leave. I think the longer that you're there, the more difficult it is to leave, because I see it as my second home, because my mom comes from there, and even though I've been brought up in England and lived in Australia, to me, because I was always holidaying in Seychelles, like having holidays for a long time, I see Seychelles as my second home when I get there, because I've never stayed for less than 2 weeks. I really settle into the place. I start to pick up the language. You get really chilled out. You eat really healthy diet, fish and rice and fruit juice and stuff like that. Occasionally I had pizzas and stuff, but you just really, swimming, walking along the beach, just enjoying like different music. There's not too much modern music out there. The DJs do play a little bit of modern stuff, but you don't get every single thing. So everything's not all popified and dance, dance, dance. Yeah, I like dance music, but since I've come back, there's all these tunes that I've never heard before, and everything can be just too much. Listening to too much like westernized stuff. So it's nice to have a break and listen to like the country's music. Go out in the evenings, listen to like music at the hotels. Sometimes they do mix in some modern music, but you're getting away from everything. So yeah, in terms of meeting a guy, it's a bit difficult because Seychelles is predominantly a place for where honeymooners go. I did meet like a honeymoon couple. They just got married about, I think, a week ago, and they'd come to Seychelles for the honeymoon. So I chatted with them, but in terms of meeting guys, and then another guy I met was single, but apparently he'd split up with his girlfriend about 5 months ago. But I think he seemed too into her or too cut up over it to start anything new. Um, but yeah, I did meet the U.S. Marines towards the end of the holiday, but that was like they were only there for 3 days. So there was U.S. Marines and Navy. So yeah, they didn't really want to say too much about what they were doing, but I think if you follow the news, you might put two and two together, and we did. So I think I have an idea where they could have been going, but we don't know what's going to happen anyway in terms of that situation. But yeah, it was really cool to meet them, and I think sometimes you do hear about like, you know, army people and, you know, people going into war, and you do think, oh, okay, it's not good for that to happen. But then you kind of get on with your life and try to not think about it and everything. But I think once you've actually met people that are from like the army or marines or anything like that, you, especially if you're spending time with them, you start to get a bit attached and you start to feel for them more. And when I was hanging out at one of the hotels where a lot of them were hanging out, because obviously they haven't been like on land for a long time, and they're not allowed to drink on the ship, so therefore when they do get the chance to do it, they're just like, let's enjoy everything. um, but like when you're around them, you kind of think, oh God, this is sad. You know, are they going to go into war? You know, will their families see them again? It's quite sad because they're all really young. I know the ones in charge are older, but you know, a lot of them are aged like 18 up to like 24, 25, maybe a bit older than that. And you do sort of think, oh God. And when I asked, like, I was talking to a couple of them who I may have had a romantic situation with. Um, yeah, and I kind of said, oh, aren't you scared, you know, like anxious as to what, you know, you might be doing? And, you know, a lot of them have said they've been to Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what they've done, but they seem to say it was a rush, whatever it is they do. They get an adrenaline rush from it and stuff, and I can understand that. That's why you go into that kind of job. But I think it's still stressful and difficult to deal with, you know, the whole situation of it, you know, being away from everyone for a long time, not having interaction with anyone but whoever you're like on the crew with. So it just did make me think, and they're very lucky to stop at Seychelles. And a lot of them that I asked, you know, oh, you know, have you been to other places? You know, of course, being on a ship, they must stop off at a lot of different places that are even tropical and stuff. But they said that Seychelles was one of the nicest places, or the nicest place they'd ever been to. So it was nice, and it was nice that they met me. And also, there wasn't a lot of girls around, which was pretty good because it's not a place where you predominantly get groups of girls on holiday or groups of guys, because it's more of a kind of place you get away. It's very expensive to go to. So I seemed to be, you know, the only girl that seemed to be around. So it was pretty cool that, you know, that was the situation really. But anyway, yeah, that's really it. It's just an experience really. So yeah, it makes you think, you know, it makes you feel sad for the situation. So uh, you know, I hope that no war does happen in Syria, you know, and we all hope for that. But at the end of the day, it's always good, I suppose, to have like some kind of force in place, you know, just in case anything happens. So, um, yeah, I'm not going to get too political because otherwise I will. You know, I personally think that there should be female leaders in the world. Um, I think there'd be less war, to be honest. So, you know, I think it would be a better thing, really, at the end of the day. So, and also, I don't think Obama is a war person. You know, he doesn't want to have to do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, how much can go on in certain countries before they intervene? You know, I don't know. It's a bit controversial, really, because, you know, we can't prove that what happened did happen. And I try to stay out of it, really, but you do worry about things, you know, when you see it on the news. So you can only just get on with your life and try to beautify yourself and buy cosmetics and do things to cheer yourself up, really. Especially if you have got someone that you know that is in the army or marines or navy or anything like that that you are waiting for or thinking, will you ever see them again? It's good to just think that you can maybe go on YouTube and watch a video that might take your mind off things, even though it doesn't really, but you hope it does. But anyway, yeah, just to say hi, I'm back anyway, and I'll be doing more vlogs soon. So watch out for those, and see you later, and check out my links below if you want to buy Avon as well. Okay, bye.